We recently discussed JD that looks like value, more than 50% of the market cap in cash, P ratio of 10, growing. What else do you want? But then I really enjoyed the comments that always add value when we look at the company. So we have 7 billion in equity, 10 billion in marketable securities, other IPOs that coming that should even give more value from that sum of parts perspective. Then on the other hand, we had a Chinese consumer discussing how they are alienating core male users. And this is something very important when it comes to investing in Asia emerging markets. It's very hard to know what's really going on if you are not there. Misguided strategy, burning money on food delivered, things like that. And that is certainly a risk that you are not knowing how it will evolve. Also, service quality collapsing, likely pushing those numbers, margins higher. Lagging behind Alibaba, things like that. Nobody's using JD anymore. So here again, somebody that invested, operating profits down, cash flows, too much risk, prefer Xiaomi ecosystem. So then on top of everything, people forget when Chinese stocks go up or look cheap that it is still China. That adds a layer of risk because you never know. Trump might just say you're sanctioned and there goes your money. You cannot trade those stocks. Asset play at the moment, but not many long-term projects. And then always great comments, great jokes there. JD Vance also has his publicly traded stock. Then there is always the discussion that you don't directly own this company in China. It's all a company in Bermuda that has a contract with the Chinese company. For now, it has worked well, but there can always be capital flow restrictions. It's not that JD can just take, okay, 50% of the market in cash, we're just going to ship it to global shareholders. That's something they can't do. That's also why the cash is there. So always extra layers to consider when you peel off these things. Asian investor perspective here, failed in Indonesia, Singapore, Shopee, things like that. No edge compared to others because Asian investors simply prefer malls for these things. And then again, fierce competition, very risky approach there. A lot of added value here and a lot of unknowns, like we discussed Adobe, risk and reward. That's the nature of investing. But the key is to keep on looking for the 1 in 100 that everything looks good, whatever happens.